the Habs that came away with the 6-4 victory. And while the Senators lost this match, they also had a big loss off of the ice, and that is Josh Norris. And there's still a lot of questions surrounding the health of the center. He only played 8 regular season games last year. He started this training camp off in the yellow non-contact jersey, which was apparently out of an abundance of caution. But now, 5 days ahead of the regular season, and he still hasn't suited up for a preseason game. How concerning is this, Marc?
It's incredibly concerning, Claire. And we're talking about arguably, well, he used to be your #1 center. Now you're #2 center, probably your best two-way centerman in this group. And the goal-scoring potential that you're losing out on now, mixed with that defensive play that I mentioned, is huge. And I mean, I would argue that Ottawa doesn't really touch the playoffs potentially if he doesn't see any games this year. And we know he's missed upwards of 90 games over the last 2 seasons. So they're desperate to get him healthy. I think the challenge when you're battling major injuries, and we mentioned 2 major shoulder injuries, is your confidence as a player. So he's going to have to try and get past that hurdle, get that confidence back where he knows he can absorb contact and play properly, and know that he can meet that expectation level that he holds himself to.
Another concern for the Ottawa Senators is their depth down the center. And right now, Shane Pinto remains unsigned, just a couple of days out of the regular season. Just how do things shake out depending on if or if not Shane Pinto is available for Wednesday?
Oh boy, well, they're all connected, and that's where it gets interesting, and a lot can happen. But I think for me right now, when I'm looking at your #2, your #3 centerman, this isn't good. This is a bad scenario for Ottawa, so you need Shane Pinto back in this lineup. Now, fortunately, this isn't a contract dispute where he's looking for more money. Ottawa simply just doesn't have it available right now. So there is an option. Assuming Norris is technically injured, they can throw him on the LTIR. He'll have to miss 10 games in 24 days. But as a result, it moves enough money off the books. You can bring Shane Pinto in. That buys the Ottawa Senators a little bit of time to maybe manage the roster a little bit, move a player, and then be clear of all those potential headaches.
Now, there are some roster spots up for grabs. One of those bubble players, Parker Kelly, had a great night with a goal tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. Another player, though, Zach McEwen, who's expected to play as a 4th-line energy player, left the game. So we'll be finding out what his status will be ahead of their opening regular season game against the Carolina Hurricanes on Wednesday.